making barbecue chicken. So I already cleaned the chicken with some lemon juice and salt. I dried them and I put them in a nice pan. So for our seasoning, we're gonna use some soy sauce, green seasoning, minced garlic, no tomato, some Goya, can you see? Salt, pepper, and I have some scallions over here already chopped up, and ginger. So now, after you prepare everything, you just throw it all in. So first, let's start with our scallions. Make sure you get them over the chicken nice and evenly. All right, now we're gonna rinse, clean, and cut up our ginger. A tablespoon. Okay, and just peel it up. Add this to our chicken.
What is that?
Ginger. Yeah. Sliced up ginger. So now I'm gonna get a spoon because I'm gonna add some green seasoning, garlic, and the rest of the spices. So, what I like to do is I like to take my green seasoning, mix it all around, and what I like to
like in there?
See?
Hold on.
All those.
Let me see the inside.
All those fresh herbs. So what I like to do, this is my trick, is I put a little bit of tablespoon on each chicken to get that raw stank out. That gives it a nice marinade. So put it on each one.
A lot of green seasoning.
Yeah, but like the flavor is good. Then what I do, right after that, I add some garlic. About a tablespoon of that as well. Try to get it on all the seasoning. We're gonna mix it up after. Then some soy sauce. And again, a little bit of soy sauce on each chicken. Last, we're gonna add the Goya. 1 packet. Oh, shit. All right, give it that nice color. Okay, a pinch of cayenne. All right, some pepper, black pepper. And then last, salt. Wash our hands really good. Then the fun part, we get to mix it all up like this. So you take the green seasoning and give it a little rub. Yeah. Make sure you get it all around. I like to even shove some of the seasoning in there in between. Alright, now we let it marinate for a couple of hours. So what goes great with barbecue chicken? Shrimp fried rice. So for our shrimp fried rice, here's what we're gonna need. Some ground ginger, chopped up ginger, sorry. Scallions, about a tablespoon of minced garlic.
It's about a heaping tablespoon, right?
Yeah, like a good heaping. This is about 3 scallions that I chopped up and about a tablespoon of ginger. Now, you're also gonna need some sweet pepper. So I did 2 red, 2 yellow, and 2 orange sweet peppers, just so for the coloring. You're also gonna need some vegetables. You're gonna need soy sauce, sesame oil, oyster sauce, and hoisin sauce. So I already have my ginger, garlic, and scallions cut up. Let's go ahead and start chopping up my peppers. So now that we have all of our veggies chopped up and ready, let's go ahead and defrost and clean our shrimp. So for this recipe, I got Cape Gourmet shrimp, about 1 pound, and I like to get it deveined already with the tail on, but we're gonna take the tails off today. So now we're just gonna defrost our shrimp by running it in a colander under cold water. And they defrost relatively quickly. They're all nice and soft and everything. And it's very easy to take. Just to clean it off a little. There you go. Then I'm going to get a little bowl. Limit these. Put a nice clean shrimp in it. Take it out. Put it in this white bowl right here. Absolutely beautiful. Tails are off, so they're nice and clean. There you have it. Nice clean shrimp. Now what I'm going to do is take a paper towel. For this, we're going to season it for a little bit.
Oh, rest in peace to that shrimp.
We lost one, but it's okay. Don't do that one. We could just, 5-second rule, just rinse it off.
Nah.
Yeah.
I got cats.
Alright, so now my shrimp are nice and clean, dry, took off the tails. Let's start to season them with a little bit of pepper.
About how much pepper are you putting in?
About a teaspoon.
You should put a little more.
A teaspoon of salt. Okay. Well, we're going to be adding more seasoning to the actual fried rice, so we don't want to overpower it. I'm going to add a little bit of Goya. Okay. We're going to add some fried rice seasoning, about a teaspoon of Goya as well. Okay. Then some authentic 5-spice powder. Now you don't want to add a lot because it's very powerful seasoning. So about a teaspoon. Okay. And to top it all off, a little soy sauce.
Would you put an oyster bay in here or not?
We add that to the actual fried rice. This is just a good marinade. So now I'm just mixing up the shrimp, getting the seasoning on every single one. Look at that. Yes. All that flavor. Gonna taste so good. So now we're just gonna put this by our chicken. Let that rest for a little bit. Look at that. Beautiful. Love it. So here I have about 2 cups of Carolina white rice. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is clean off the rice just to get all the starch off of it. Under cold water, put it on slowly, and just while the water is going in the rice, just mix it up. So I rinsed my rice about 3 times. I just put cold water in it, mixed it around, and put it through the strainer. And you can notice that by the 3rd time, the water was completely clear. So I'm putting it in my little rice cooker pot. So since I'm making 2 rice, 2 cups of rice, I want to double the water amount. So I'm going to put 4 cups of water. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. So look, you could even see it right now. You can see that the water is nice and clear. There's no impurities on top. What it does is it basically gets all the starch off of that rice. So let's bring this down. Alright, put in my rice cooker over here. Alright, pop that top on and let it cook. So now that my rice is cooking, I'm going to start making my chicken for the barbecue chicken. So you'll see it over here. It's been marinating for about 30 minutes. I preheated my oven to 350 on bake. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do an initial cook for 30 minutes, flip them over, and then cook them for 30 minutes more before we even add the barbecue. That just gives it a good cook before we start getting that crispy, juicy barbecue sauce. Alright, so let's just put it in here for 30 minutes. There you go. Set my timer for 30 minutes and we are done. So now our chicken is done the first 30 minutes. So we're going to take it out carefully. Alright. Look at those. Look how pretty they look. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip them over so we can get the other side cooking for 30 minutes. Flip them around real quick. Yes. Put them back in for 30 more minutes. Look how beautiful they look already. Love it. Alright, throw that in. Set the timer for additional 30 minutes. Now let's get started on our barbecue sauce. So to start our barbecue sauce, what I did is I'm going to melt about a tablespoon of butter. We're also going to need some ShopRite original barbecue sauce. And some ketchup. Oh, and I'm also going to add some brown sugar.
I gotta do panel? Hold on.
So here's what I added. I added about a whole container of barbecue sauce, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and 3 tablespoons of ketchup. So what I'm going to do with my little brush is I'm going to stir it around, get it nice and incorporated and mixed up well. Oh, and also this is on about medium heat just to start warming up the sauce while our chicken is cooking. So now that our rice is done cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the refrigerator to chill. This is very important for fried rice because you want to have cold rice. You can't have it hot. So let's put it in there until we're ready.
The reason why is because it don't break up, right?
Yeah, you want it to break up. So our chicken is done cooking on the other side. So let's take our beautiful chicken out. Look at that. Look at that. So now we're going to take our amazing, delicious barbecue sauce and we're going to brush it on top. But before that, we do have to flip it. So let's flip it first. To the other side. Oh yes. They're nice and juicy. Look at that moisture coming off. Look at that. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is brush it on top. First layer. Make sure you get the tops and the bottoms so the flavor goes all the way throughout the chicken. And what I like to do is I like to double coat it so that the sauce is nice and thick. So come back around, start from the top one. Them in for another 30 minutes, then we're gonna flip it and do the same exact thing. So now our chicken has been cooking for 30 minutes. So we're gonna do the same exact thing. We're gonna flip it over, put the barbecue sauce on the other side, and put it in for another 30 minutes. Look at that brown, beautiful color. Go ahead, flip it over. Now, if you want, you can make your own barbecue sauce, but I like to make it easy. Just go to ShopRite, pick up a pre-made one, but there's a ton of homemade barbecue sauces that you can make as well. Beautiful. All right, let's put that in for 30 more minutes. Set our timer. All right, so now our chicken is almost done. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start on our shrimp. So since we have about 30 minutes left on our chicken, we're gonna start making our shrimp fried rice. So I took out the marinated shrimp with all that seasoning that we put in the beginning. So remember, we deveined the tails, we detailed the shrimp. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them up into little sized pieces so they could be throughout the fried rice. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I love having some fried egg on top of my shrimp fried rice. So I have 5 eggs here. I'm just gonna scramble up really quick. Give a nice little stir. Now we're gonna turn on our pot soup, and I put about a tablespoon of butter just to heat that pot up nice and hot. Put it on about medium heat. So we gotta wait till the butter melts completely. That's a key to nice fluffy eggs. So now that our butter is melted, got the bottom of the pan, we'll add our scrambled eggs. Alright, got my spatula. Now what you do is you bring the outside of the egg in and cook it nice and slow on high heat. Beautiful. See, the edges are starting to cook. Once the edges start cooking, you bring it in. So our eggs are nice and scrambled. We're gonna leave it over on the side until we're done with our shrimp fried rice and add it on top. So over here, I'm gonna turn on my pan, get it nice and hot. We're gonna be using sesame oil to give it that Asian flavor. So I would add about 3 tablespoons. You could add more while you're cooking. This is the fun part. Okay? So first, you're gonna start with your beautiful vegetables. So remember, we have our scallions, our ginger, our garlic, and our peppers. So you can hear our pot simmering with that sesame oil. Let's go ahead and add our veggies. All right. Now, I'm also gonna add maybe about a half a cup of this vegetable mix. It has corn, peas, string beans, carrots, and that's it. So about half a cup. Beautiful. Right? Take my spoon, give that a nice stir. Let those veggies start frying up. So now we're going to add our shrimp. Our vegetables been cooking for about 2 minutes or so. So you want to cook your shrimp to get that nice pink color. Shrimp cooks very quick. It's been about 4 to 5 minutes that we've let our shrimp cook. So now we're gonna go and add our chilled rice. Now the key to a good shrimp fried rice is to take it with your hands and break it up as you put it in the pot. So let's add, remember we made about 4 cups altogether cooked rice. Go ahead and add that. So now we're going to mix our rice with our shrimp and our vegetables, give it a nice stir, let it start frying up before we add the rest of the sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on low just so it's easier to work with and the rice doesn't burn. Alright, I'm going to turn off my heat so I can add my soy sauce. About 5 seconds worth. Because we could add some more. Some oyster sauce. So here's our finished fried rice. The last thing that you do is add salt and pepper to taste. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at the color. Shrimp is done beautifully. The eggs are in there, gives it that nice taste. And there you go, shrimp fried rice. So our last round of cooking for the chicken has finished. Let's take out our barbecue chicken and see how they look. Oh my goodness.
Altogether, how long was that?
Altogether, it took about 2 hours. So there is our barbecue chicken. Enjoy.